Hi guys, we just watched The Cat in the Hat. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
This was so dumb. But, okay, so we've both seen this, but it's been forever, and we just wanted to watch something dumb right now.
I wanted to watch Cinema Paradiso, but like Mark was getting really tired.
Yeah,
So we decided to do this.
yeah. This, oh man, I feel so weird about this film because like, it's so bad, yet I'm still laughing at it.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
sometimes the jokes are funny, but sometimes I laugh because the jokes are so not funny.
The jokes are rare. Yeah, some of the jokes. It's just, you have movies like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and you have movies like even Mary Poppins, where like the logic of the world is not established, and it keeps on changing its logic. But when the delivery is so bad, like in this movie, you can see how that's just, you can see the craft of these other films compared to like this.
Yeah.
And I think what made us laugh had more to do with our sense of humor, and had more to do with they're spewing jokes so fast that occasionally something will be slightly better timed than the other jokes.
It's also funny because it feels like it's kind of meant trying to be edgy in its humor.
Well, that's Mike Myers.
Yeah, it's like I feel like Mike Myers. Like, the film just gave Mike Myers free reign to make this movie how he wanted to.
Yeah.
And it kind of backfired on him.
Yep. Not only are there really pervy and, like, adult humor, but there's also humor like the blatant product placement that makes itself known. Like, I guess spoilers? You know? Yeah.
With something like this... I don't know. I mean, I guess we can do our typical, like,
we could do
recommendation.
Let's do a typical.
Like, I don't know, like, would you even recommend, like, Breen or...
No.
Like, not really.
Oh, like, if you like this movie, I'd rather recommend things, because I don't think anybody likes this movie. Except for, our friend and her family, who, this is their go-to bad film. But... we could think of just better examples of what this film tries to do as recommendations.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Especially from, like, the 2000s.
Oh, yeah. I guess Pee-wee's too old for that, 1985.
Pee-wee's Adventure, that's a good example of a film that tries to go for the cartoon live-action thing and does it really, really well.
Very well.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't think. I mean, this makes me think of, like, the Spy Kids era of film, but I don't know if I'd recommend any of them. And it's been so long since I've seen any of the Spy Kids movies.
Yeah, I just happen to think of Spy Kids, too.
Yeah.
Or Spy Kids as well. Not
well, because the graphics kind of look like Spy Kids 3D games.
Yeah, it's like the exact same time. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's exactly
Yeah, the weird thing, the film actually has wonderful set design.
Yes, it does.
Like, as soon as it started, I was like, wow, I'm actually, like, impressed by, like, the visual flair here.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it look like it's going to be a good film.
Right.
But then there's things like the CGI and the humor that's off and like the talking fish.
And the talking fish. Okay, I guess we could take this a couple of ways. If you like Mike Myers,
I can do like Austin Powers or something.
Yeah,
or Shrek.
Do Austin Powers. But yeah, this shocks me that this is the same guy who voiced Shrek. Just because with Shrek, everything seemed more precise.
Yeah.
And more honed in.
Well, everything was more focused with Shrek. Like, Mike Myers obviously wasn't running that show.
Yeah. Well, if you like this film, and you want to watch more bad Mike Myers movies, I gotta recommend The Love Guru. Because The Love Guru, as bad as this was...
Did you enjoy that film?
The Love Guru was worse.
Oh my god, wow.
It is one of the worst things I've seen.
Jesus.
It does not get as bad as The Love Guru. That's the film that that everybody hated so much that Mike Myers basically retired.
Oh,
That's the movie where he took, the backlash was so strong that he just gave up. I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. On the one hand, I think his humor was getting so crazy that, like, it was so unenjoyable. But on the other hand, like, if he could put some focus or have some other people have partial creative control, I wouldn't mind more Mike Myers type humor.
It's odd because typically having a really strong performer, giving them free reign to like develop is usually a good thing.
Not necessarily.
I
think
mean,
it's
this is
50-50.
I guess so.
It's
I mean,
50-50.
well, with someone like Mike Myers, like with the Austin Powers movies, like those were wonderful.
Yeah.
Or at least, I mean, I've only seen one, but the humor in that was like very, very well polished and like well presented, and like some of the humor was not stuff that I personally thought was like stuff I would want to laugh at, but in terms of like what he's trying to do, that seemed much more successful.
It was also very successful at parodying the genre, because it's a parody of James Bond and the spy films. And I think it does a very good job. It keeps most of the humor about that. And there are more meta jokes, but in here, Cat in the Hat, the meta jokes are so
They just feel awkward.
Yeah, they're awkward, they're overblown. They make themselves there's no subtlety at all.
Yeah.
And that just makes it tiring, it makes it just unfunny. And it seems very try-hard.
Yeah, the whole thing feels try-hard. Yeah. Yeah,
we can go the other route and recommend other Dr. Seuss adaptations. And I'm not the biggest fan of How the Grinch Stole Christmas starring Jim Carrey, but that's a better film than this.
Yeah.
Go watch The Grinch again. Yeah.
Yeah, or like, I mean, we can also think about the animated cartoons. There are some really, like, I don't have a very greatest memory of them, but as a kid, I remember watching very faithful adaptations of the books.
Oh yeah.
That were basically just illustrations from the book itself, but narrated.
Well, there's the animated Grinch, which is a classic.
There's that too.
I forget if the animated Cat in the Hat was as good.
There is no animated Cat in the Hat in the style of the Grinch, as
Really?
far as I know.
I saw a spin-off of it called The Cat in the Hat Grinches the Grinch
What?
Grinches the Cat in the Hat. There was a crossover. There was a 20-minute long TV special that was a crossover, and it was very
Never
very
heard of
fun.
this.
Yeah,
Wow.
because they exist as like one-off TV specials. It was not very good. They were clever moments, and I'm not sure if Dr. Seuss actually wrote the rhymes, but the rhymes felt pretty faithful. Which is very boring. But if you ever want the Grinch and Cat in the Hat crossover that you've dreamed of, I guess it's worth a shot. It's only 20
We should go into
minutes.
spoilers, because with something like this, who cares?
Yeah, I guess so. Do sure.
Unless there's anything else.
I want to see if I can find more recommendations, but I guess that takes too long.
Like, it's another interesting case.
What?
We can recommend Book of Henry.
We can.
Well, like think about it. It's a style. It's that style of like kind of Disney-esque, but not really.
Okay, so
and then it like
we
is
need
not...
a bit of background. So you guys might have heard the film that got Colin Trevorrow fired from directing Star Wars Episode 9. You know, he did Jurassic World, and then in between what was going to be Episode 9 and Jurassic World, he made this little film called The Book of Henry. And people hate it. People despise it. Some people call it the worst film of last year. We love it. We love it thoroughly.
Yep.
Yeah. And the reasoning, it has a focus to it. It has a focus.
It's also very like daring in how it's in its structure and what it tries to do, and it drives it to absurdity that it sort of puts itself in a position that.
I was more entertained, especially by the second half of the movie, but Mark genuinely just admired where it went.
Yeah, I was like, I bought into it and like really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And yeah, which is so bizarre.
That's a very absurd film.
Yeah.
And where it goes. And there's a very weird recommendation that I wouldn't have thought of. You're right. Even something like The Boss Baby.
Oh my gosh.
I gave The Boss Baby 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I'm not going back on that.
Yeah, if you like Alan Baldwin, I guess.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin in this, man. What a disappointment. I mean, he tried. He tried hard too.
He did.
But yeah, I think the Boss Baby has very absurd things, but they're executed better. But it also has tropes that I don't like. But hey, 4.5 stars. Right? Right? I'm sure, yeah, there are way more kids. Just watch any other kids movie except this one. That's my recommendation.
Well, okay. Well, it's hard to think of recommendations because, like, if you like this, you probably like a very certain flavor of bad.
Or if you've seen the, well, yeah, I mean, I'm more going for, like, if you watched it and you wanted stuff that's better than this.
Oh, okay, right. Oh,
yeah.
right.
So any kids film, go for it. Spoilers. That's it. That's all we're gonna talk about, non-spoilery.
Okay, let's go into spoilers. Okay.
Let's talk about like I was talking about the product placement stuff. You got the brakes. Hey, have you checked your brakes?
Wait, that's
last time? That wasn't product placement, but that was like a joke that was aimed for the adults.
Wait, how is that product placement?
It wasn't product. It wasn't, but it's in the same vein where like.
Oh, like it's a joke for the adults.
It's a joke for the adults, yeah. Where everything stops.
A very, like a 9-year-old would have gotten that joke. I didn't see that as a joke for the adults.
The brake joke?
Oh, because kids don't have cars.
Kids don't have cars. Kids don't know how... Because it seems like it's a joke that, like, you know, people just don't check their brakes. So, like, kids wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I guess so.
They wouldn't know that.
I guess
so. Well, what it was product placement was Universal Studios.
Yeah.
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 It's just... I mean, you know, I don't want to go this deep, but I guess I will go this deep. You know, one of the fundamental criticisms is you can say that the film tries to build tension with all these scenarios, like Alec Baldwin consistently visiting and Alec Baldwin having his own scheme to like get the kid to freaking the military thing, correction thingy, but because the Cat in the Hat stalls so much, then everybody just stalls. They stare at the screen. They stop whatever action they're doing, even though they're supposed to be, like, very, very. The things are very, very urgent. You know, it never gives off the real sense of tension.
Yeah, another thing with this film is that the Cat in the Hat, they make it very clear, or they don't make it really clear. It seems like he has godlike powers, and which is appropriate for his character, but they spend the whole film trying to, like, they put him towards like the standard sort of, oh, we gotta go do something now. That's very similar to other kids' films from this time, but yet the Cat in the Hat is like, can do anything. It has all of the gadgets in the world to do whatever shenanigans he wants to, and then it's revealed that, oh, I planned the whole day out, which doesn't even make sense.
Well, that doesn't make any sense, but what also doesn't make any sense is the certain emotional responses that he has towards things if he is a god and can do anything.
Yeah.
Because he often is seen like, oh, I made a mistake, or oh, that didn't go well, or like, oh,
like, what's another character in another film where, like, it even seems like he has a meta-awareness of, that he is what he is in this film. Yeah, Deadpool's a good example, where, like, they're aware they're in a film and, like, make fun of the fact that they are. Deadpool is, like, is kind of a more successful example where they know they were in a film, but they play the part anyway. Cat in the Hat is just like, I'm in a film and I don't give a fuck. So yeah, the tension doesn't function. Yeah, it's not. But
he is aware, but then he's not aware. There's like this. It's like he.
Yeah, because they go back and forth, and they don't really clarify like what even he can do.
Right.
Or, like what.
Right.
Like, yeah.
And the kids' responses. You know, the kids are supposed to be the ones that we're supposed to connect to because they're the normal people, and the cat is just coming in and ruining their lives or making their lives better. But see, that's the point. I think the Cat in the Hat is very annoying and really reckless, but what we're supposed to feel is what the kids are feeling, which is totally random. At a totally random time, the kids could be smiling. And like, hey, yeah, we love you, Cat. And then the cat would be doing the exact same type of things, and the kid would be like, Cat, you've taken it way too far.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that.
It's like they're trying to communicate to you what jokes they kind of want you to laugh at and what jokes they want you to cringe at. And then Mike, that seems to be going against what Mike Myers even wants to do with the humor sometimes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Ugh. Yeah. For a film so batshit, it's kind of crazy how cliched a lot of the beats are. Even though those beats are like if the beats in other kids' films are very carved out and cornered, this is like if the beats were rounded and very, very vague.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, they're kind of there. We kind of have a villain in Alec Baldwin, but like, he's not really. Yeah, like the whole chase scene where like they they end up all driving the car and the car just spins around and then they get to the place and they're like, oh my gosh, how did he get here before us? And it's like it's supposed to, it like the villain just doesn't seem like a threat. It seems like it's all their fault.
The whole situation doesn't feel like a threat.
Right.
Because the whole situation just doesn't make sense to begin with.
Right.
Like.
Right, and you can have a film that doesn't make sense, but you don't need those beats and the cliched villains.
Like, if you're not making sense, you better be doing something else right.
Yeah. Like, Pee-wee doesn't have that. Pee-wee is just him finding his bike.
But Pee-wee has logic. The logic in Pee-wee is something that's consistent.
Yes.
Even though it's something that's absurd, like like it's absurd here, Pee-wee at least has, like, is kind of a fool.
Yes.
It plays a fool's role where, like, he gets tricked. Like the whole reason he goes to Texas is because he is tricked.
Yes.
By the. Oh wait, I'm spoiling Pee-wee here, but so I won't. Okay, I won't spoil the Pee-wee because that's a great movie. But like, he makes decisions that are obviously wrong, and he's a flawed character. The Cat in the Hat is a flawed character, but like, it's questionable if that even matters here because like. He screws everything up, but then he fixes everything. So, like, he has the power to do whatever.
But there are also so many times where the cat seems like he behaves like there's no way out of it. Or that one specific way that's very long-winded is the only way they could take. Which is really strange. Yeah. Like, the ending, the Deus Ex Machina, obviously follows the book, where he just gets in and cleans everything. But like there are so many other times where like taking out thing 1 and thing 2 and like splashing, there are so many other ways that he could.
Well, part of it is following the book, right?
Yeah, following the book.
Like the Cat in the Hat book, which I actually have like in the basement.
Oh, really?
I grew up with it.
I grew up with it too.
Yeah. Like the point is like the cat comes in and causes shit to happen, and then so like in order to follow like the novel, it makes sense that happened. But yeah, they inject the children's book, but then they inject the whole trying to find the dog because there's a portal and blah 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 blah. And yeah, that made no sense.
Right.
Yeah. Why that need to happen?
There's like the mother and like the whole mother and Alec Baldwin relationship and how Alec Baldwin's actually this couch potato.
And the mother's a cougar.
Dude. Yeah.
Why is the mother a cougar?
Because the grown-ups love it. Don't the grown-ups love?
Yeah, if you have an adult woman, she has to be sexy, right?
Or she's the babysitter.
Yeah, that was actually a funny joke where
not the entire
funny in a really bad way when she turned on the TV and started like. Remember when the babysitter turned on the TV?
What happened?
Oh, we both laughed.
Wait, I forget.
The babysitter sits down. Late. It was like, I hope you don't mind if I watch some television. And there was like the Taiwanese.
Oh yeah, okay, like, that was great.
Cheesy.
No. I'm not talking about that particular joke. That was a great joke. The Taiwanese boxing. That was might be one of the funniest jokes because it's so bizarre.
Yeah, like it just came out of nowhere.
It's so insensitive that but like, that it's deliberate. Yeah. But I'm talking about just the babysitter as a running gag.
Oh,
just how she always reappeared.
It's like she had to be funny and by necessity because there had to be a good reason of why she wasn't like causing the plot to stop. So they wrote her in as like part of it.
They wrote her in, and they literally rode her on the water. But Yeah, and then
wait, they don't even have a babysitter in the book.
Exactly. Of course not. And of course there's the crate and the alternate dimension. It's bizarre. It's like they just wanted to, like, oh, we have some more money to burn. Let's make shitty,
it feels like
shitty graphics.
Every children's film has to somehow risk the world ending.
You're
like,
right.
Like the screenwriter's like, okay, we gotta make this the most exciting film ever. What do we gotta do to either risk the kids dying or risk the world ending?
Right. Okay. Well. Okay. Here's a film. I should have recommended Paddington.
Oh, yeah, good.
It's a very good example.
Yeah.
Where there are things that are absurd, but everything's within the logic. Like, Paddington keeps on getting the shenanigans, but it's always within the logic of Paddington.
Yeah.
Paddington doesn't understand British culture, like Bear Left. That's not a big spoiler, but if you've seen it, you know. Stuff like that, but it's consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paddington is good.
It's very good, yeah. Compared to this, it's wonderful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait till you see the second one. I have faith.
Okay.
I have faith. But
yeah, soon.
Yeah, this stuff is trash. So I wonder how much box office. I bet it didn't make. I bet it made box office just because it is the Cat in the Hat.
I remember when it came out in theaters, something I would do is I would spend weekends with my dad, and we would see movies most weekends. And I would go in the paper and read what I wanted to see. And I choose
paper.
And I choose, yeah, in the paper. Yeah, I looked in the paper. Early 2000s, I would find the movie in the paper. This film, I was like, Cat in the Hat, we gotta go see this, Dad. And I think he was very reluctant because it got a score of C-.
Oh, this must be Cinema Score.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the same group that gave Mother an F.
Yeah.
Oh, they were on the paper. Oh, that'd be so nice. I wish I grew up with that. Yeah. I wanted to be a mainstream movie consumer who looks up stuff and goes to the theater.
Well, then again, this was like when I was like 7 or 8.
Yeah, of course. But man, that's a part of me. Like that's just something I'll never get to experience. Because when I really got into movies, it was just, it was just film. And before that, it was just people's recommendation. Like I saw Inception, like I saw Avatar, and then yada yada. I saw The Hangover 2 because a lot of people like The Hangover. Yeah, so that's. I wish I grew up with it. Just that sounds like such a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I saw a lot of the early 2000s films that way.
Even if you had to see things like The Cat in the Hat, I bet you didn't have such a bad impression of it when you first watched it.
Oh, not at all.
Right.
Yeah. Well, also these are films that after I'd seen in the theater, then it would come back on television. So I'd see it again.
Yeah.
Like the second half.
Oh, right.
Usually, because that's how TV works.
There was a part where I was so bored in the second half of this movie that I was like, wow, I could fall asleep right now and not feel bad.
Yeah.
It was just a part.
Yeah.
It was right before they left to like chase after the dog. I forgot what happened. There was a segment that I couldn't do. Let's talk about Mike Myers' impersonations and his love of impersonating. He impersonates a hillbilly, car repairman, or couch repairman.
They all felt really insensitive.
Yeah.
Even if they weren't an impersonation that like wasn't anything that serious.
Right. Even the hipster one, which I liked. I love the hipster impersonation. With the I don't go by dog. I go by Canine America. That was funny.
American Canine.
Yeah, American Canine. And of course he had to reference the pop culture, a lot of pop culture, all the references. They cleaned up to the Beatles song, and I hated it. But the fact that he mentioned that they had to put in a pop song, that actually made the joke a little less stinging for me. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give it to you. What else does he impersonate? He impersonates the samba lady.
Oh my god, that was just weird.
Yeah, I said this joke where like, wow, because with the bright lighting.
Talk about this, the Mike Myers raunchiness in this film.
Yeah.
And
when he's the
borderline raunchiness.
Oh, it's not borderline. I mean, in the hillbilly scene, he literally wears a fake butt.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, it goes to places. There was a hepatitis joke.
Yeah, like what the. There was a dirty hoe joke.
There's a dirty hoe joke.
There's a dirty hoe joke.
And then he like kissed. Oh yeah, like compare there's a recommendation. Emperor's New Groove. There are moments that don't fit logic.
That's a great 2000s film that does that's kind of humor a lot.
You know what reminded me of Emperor's New Groove? The piñata scene. Do you remember the piñata scene?
Oh yeah, because I think there's the same situation.
There's the same situation, except what happens is Yzma and Kronk. Oh, I guess we shouldn't spoil it. Everyone's seen Emperor's New Groove.
I think most people have seen it. Let's
go for it. Yeah. So Yzma and Kronk are hidden, are like inside a shed in complete darkness, and then Pacha. I know all the names because I grew up with this. Pacha's family are set up this elaborate thing so that Yzma could turn into a piñata. And like this is so absurd, but because of the way the movie works, like they go out, Yzma gets covered with feathers and honey and pillow feathers, and then like. Yeah, they're the kids getting ready to hit the piñata on the countdown of 3, and on 1, the actual piñata gets replaced with Yzma looking like a chicken, and they just start hitting her. And it's so funny. Yeah. It's so funny. Meanwhile, in this movie, like the setup's okay. There's a cat that looks exactly like Mike Myers' cat. Oh, that's really odd. And you know, you see it coming where Mike Myers would take the place. But then you get this kid that's, you know, objectively ugly and just takes a giant baseball bat and like hits him in the nuts, and then he has that hallucination.
Hallucination that just makes no sense.
He's not even in pain. You know, okay, that was funny just because
it was funny because it didn't make sense.
Yeah. Also, it used Easy by the Commodores, which was in Baby Driver, so I thought that was
like,
yeah.
There was also no reason for that to happen.
Right, exactly.
Like, he could have just hidden with the bushes with the kids, but no, he has to swap himself out with the piñata to make the gag. I mean, ugh.
See, there's one way of justifying everything. It's thinking that because he's a meta god,
yeah,
he's doing this all for the audience's sake.
Yeah, that's a good point. You think he would have said something like that, though? But I guess that would have...
He said stuff like that enough, though.
I mean,
like
well, he does say a lot of jokes to the camera.
Yeah, a lot.
So I guess that kind of does make sense. A lot.
There was one meta joke that I really liked. I don't remember, and you laughed at it too.
Oh yeah, there's one I really liked where right after his tail gets cut off.
Oh right.
Yeah, where like
it turns into like an intermission. It's like the whole movie gets put on break, like in a TV show style.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back, and it shows him talking with his lawyers.
Well, he's talking with the kids.
Oh yeah.
And the lawyers are in the back.
Okay, right.
Yeah, and he says, "No, I think we might have an opportunity to sue." Then he looks at the camera and he says, "Oh, get out of here."
Yeah. Yeah. So,
implying that
everything was supposed to happen off camera and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
Yeah. So shit like that is
there was one other one I can't remember.
It's interesting.
But it was like, wow, he went there, meta, and I liked it. But, yeah.
Talking about things that don't make sense, why was there... They go into, like, this box, and then they slide down a pole during the chase sequence. And then they're in a dance party.
The dance party
where everyone's wearing hats.
Right.
For no reason.
Everyone's wearing the Cat in the Hat hats.
Like, what were they thinking?
Yeah, with the party. Oh my gosh.
Like, I felt like we were suddenly in a Disney
watching Moulin Rouge.
And then he, like, looks at a hot teenager who didn't even look of age.
Right. And like, nothing happens.
Yeah, that was just... Oh my god, what the heck?
What? That was so strange. There were other moments, too. There were other just what the fuck moments. This whole movie is a what the fuck moment. The samba was weird. Cupcakeinator.
The fish was... Well, the fish actually talks in the book.
Right.
So I can see why they, like, needed a fish character.
The fish looked awful.
Yeah, but the fish was just CGI awfulness.
Right.
And, like, no reason for the fish... Like, they brought the fish along. Why? So it can give snarky remarks? It seemed to be the only reason.
Yeah, the fish is so underdeveloped. It's like they had to have, like, the animal sidekick.
Yeah.
that like they have to have the.
Well, they had to have a voice saying "Stop! Everything you're doing is a mistake."
Right.
Voice.
So in a way, the fish is the one that's connected to the audience. But the kids are the ones connected to the audience.
But yet the Cat in the Hat has a meta awareness of the audience.
Whoa! There we go. Oh man, it's so crazy. And then you get stuff like the boss of the mom, who's like a germaphobe, but that never goes anywhere.
The only purpose of that is to give them a reason of needing to have the house clean.
Right. Oh, awful. And then there's like his whole line delivery is so awkward. And there's a part where he fakes the echo. Like he's like fire.
Like, okay, imagine if you took some of these jokes, and it was done in Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Like with the delivery that Pee-wee had.
Mm-hmm.
Like not that Pee-wee himself would have to do the joke, but like someone in that film directed by Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Who like really had a sharp sense of humor, like sharp sense of the timing and stuff. The joke would really work.
Yeah.
But here it's just like
even in an Edgar Wright film, imagine like in Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
If in Hot Fuzz somebody just says, uses the jokes delivered in a good way.
Yeah. But imagine if Pee-wee going like he's in a cave and he literally says echo.
Yeah, exactly.
Echo.
Exactly.
Like I could see Pee-wee killing that joke. But here it's just like an excuse to do something dumb.
Yep. That's right. It's all dumb. It's all dumb shit. Well, I'm done talking about this movie.
Oh, remember the times that they fake out the Cat in the Hat coming?
Oh yeah, there were a couple of times.
It happens 3 times when like the door opens. Oh, is it the cat? No, it's not the cat. Oh, is it the cat? No, it's not the cat. Then there's a bump upstairs. Oh, is it the cat? Oh, it's not the cat. Surprise, it's the cat.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's even a fake out at the end where like you think it's the mom.
Yeah.
It's the cat.
Yeah.
Coming back. And I mean, smart viewers will know it's the cat coming back. Those who know the book. Speaking of coming, let's talk about that erection joke. Where he sees a picture of the mom, the cougar.
No.
And then the hat goes,
No.
And then, no. The best part, he turns around and the picture frame disappears.
Oh, yeah, he goes like this. Like
but what
he
is
puts
he
it
tucking,
in his shirt.
Where is he tucking it in?
I mean, it's intentionally supposed to be dumb.
Right.
But...
Another dumb moment is like there's a part where like the cat's stretching and then he's like doing jumping jacks and then you hear something rip at the back but it's never revealed what.
Oh yeah, it's just like the sound effect like he stretches his legs and it rips and that's just like a sound gag. And
yeah, speaking of sound gags, how many times do you hear cats? Either the Cat in the Hat does a cat sound or the Cat in the Hat does something and there's like another cat sound outside of it.
Yeah, there's a time he threw a ball and the window breaks and a cat squeals and he goes, "Ooh, sorry."
Yeah.
Or like,
there's a part where he laughs.
He laughs.
But it's a voice. It's an odd.
And he laughs, but there's also a dubbing of laughing on top of his laughing.
Yes. Oh man! And then you talk about all the anti-gravitational stuff. Every time they jump on the couch, or like when the brother catches the sister, it's like so fake. Every time there was something that does not fit gravity, I wanted to like roll my eyes until yeah. There was something. Oh yeah, speaking of the brother sister, talk about their relationship. Talk about tropes and
like the sister. Yeah, I mean, they're cartoon characters.
They are.
But for them at the end
they have to reconcile.
Get back together. Mm-hmm. Like, the only reason they get back together is because the house is a mess.
Mm-hmm. You're a pretty good brother. Aww.
Yeah. Like, they did not go through any situation that should justify them.
Right.
Oh, I guess, like, they did save the world. Did the save the world trope. And that led to them sort of connecting. But that
wasn't even that hammered that, yeah. What was a hammer joke that was really weird?
There was a hammer joke that makes sense.
Yeah. And then there was like the don't whiz in my taco. Alec Baldwin just like dog whizzing in the taco.
There were so many, what is it? Gross out humor.
Yeah.
There was so much gross out humor in this. I hate it when a film has to rely on that.
Right. Except for Swiss Army Man, but that's high art.
That's gross out humor where the purpose is not meant to gross you out.
Right.
It's meant to just be weird.
Mm-hmm. Another good example is A Good Morning by Ozu, and the way it uses fart jokes.
Mm.
It's a sign of, it's a metaphor, or not a metaphor. It represents childhood innocence. Yeah, it's a good movie. Okay, now that we're on that note, we're ending with Ozu.
Okay, yeah, I think we're done.
We're done. Thanks for watching, guys.
Okay.
Go enjoy The Cat in the Hat.
Okay, or not.
Go watch The Love Guru.
Go watch something better.
Go watch The Princess Bride.
Yes, watch The Princess Bride. That's a wonderful film.
That is a wonderful film.
Actually, that's a good recommendation. Yeah.
Okay.
For something that is just better than this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay. We're done. Bye.
Bye.